Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now back to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
Now Rosen back into his end zone. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Saquon Barkley, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 62 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Dixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Down at the 26. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. It's caught. Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. On play action, Rosen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing again, it's Rosen. His throw incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
50 seconds to fight. 50 seconds to fight.
They'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Let's go, team.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, able to fight through one tackle. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now Sanders. The numbers for Sanders last week, 11 carries, 63 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is caught at the 20. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10.
We go work.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard.
Play action here with Rosen. It's caught. Smith. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rosen. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Easy work.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Single.
Single. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this one's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
We got 4.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away, maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Sanders. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Evan Ingram worked his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. 3rd and long here for Rosen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Preston Brown there to knock that one away.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Barkley. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Rosen will throw. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Holding offense.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
And going, it got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Barker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's Will Hernandez, former 2nd rounder out of UTEP.
Three down.
Here's Dixon. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll drop to throw. It's caught by Sanders.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A throw over the middle taken in and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. For Marshall, that's complete.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there, but it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Back to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
McManus's point after is good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This is taken at his foot. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13 all. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And the drive starts with a completion left side. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a draw play with Dixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Oh, fighting off the defender. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. They'll look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
60 Pittsburgh. Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one.
Yeah, let's get a sack one.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Set, ready? 10-2 start. Now watch one. Check three.
Now a carry for Sanders. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a third and very long. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. New York set to take the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete on second down now. Barkley. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action here with Rosen. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On third and short, it's Dixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They're going to look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down. On second down, it's Sanders, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin with a run by Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Rosen off the play action. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. This is Barkley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Rosen. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now up to 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Come on now, let's go.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, Giants 27.
That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On second down now, Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. On third down, Rosen.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Rosen will throw. And his throw here's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Rosen's pass to the sideline and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right side here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts and want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Eagles down by 2 touchdowns, and time a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. They'll look to throw here. And Sanders has got it complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 4. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Coming this way, here we go.
2nd and 3. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and short. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that's complete to Sanders. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Going for it with Sanders.
It's run, fellas, it's run.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Offense.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught. It's Thomas. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
SOS.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Running with Howard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.